Hi there, welcome to our workout today. I'm glad you're here. Today's workout, we are going to slow things down just a little bit. So we're going to work with exercises both sitting and standing, alternating between the two. So the standing portion of today's workout won't be too extended, but we will run through it repeatedly with breaks, active breaks of doing seated exercises in between. So for the workout today, you need a chair to sit in. I like to work from a sturdy chair that if you need handles to stand up, you can use. But I also, a nice dining room chair tends to work with no side handles because then you can use, you have a little more freedom and mobility with your legs. So go ahead and find a sturdy chair. You can also use your walker. The standing exercises we do today, they are only using your legs, so you'll be able to hold on for the entire time while we do these standing exercises, so you can set yourself up with the chair behind, walker in front, or if you're stable enough to use your chair and then go ahead and walk behind it to do the exercises behind your chair when it's time for those, so you can hold on and then just move safely to the front to have a seat. So get your chair set up. Grab some water, keep it close, and we'll come on back and get going. Okay, for the first round of exercises, we're going to start sitting in your chair. I've moved mine behind. Have a seat. Sit up nice and tall. As you're moving through these exercises today, do your best to sit up away from the back of the chair. Imagine that the chair you're sitting in is a stool with no back. You have to hold yourself up tall. As we work through, if you need a break, you can pause the video or just take a break and come back to working where we are when you're ready. So we're going to start with a leg kick. So we're going to alternate. You're going to kick out and kick out. Put a little umph into this. So you're going to kick and kick. Kick and kick. Just because we're seated doesn't mean we cannot work pretty hard. So as you do this, I want you to work to extend through your knee and to get each leg out there. So kicking and kicking. Alternate one then the other. I want you to try to get to the end range of motion. So if you're kicking to here, try to kick a little further. Alternate the kick and the kick. Kick and the kick. 3, 2, and 1. Nice. Reset yourself in your chair. Sit up tall. We're going to do shoulder rolls. Up, back, down, and around. Pull your shoulders up towards your ears. Circle them back, down and around. Movement through those shoulder blades. Feel your shoulders, shrug them up, and relax them down. Feel the difference. Feel the difference between your relaxed shoulders and when you shrug them up, down. As you're breathing through this, take this time to take deep breaths in and exhale all the way out. Waking up your upper body. All right, take your focus back down to your feet. We're going to do heel taps. So you're going to extend your foot out and tap your heel down, bring it back. Tap your heel, bring it back. Tap and tap. So you're pulling your toes up to the ceiling and extend your foot forward. So from the side it looks like this. This is just so you can see. Reach your foot out, tap that heel down. Tap the heel down. Sitting up tall. Notice how that feels at your heel. We don't need to be looking at the heel and looking down. Keep your posture tall in your chair as you reach heel out. Heel out. Keep going. Okay, nice. Bring your feet back. Go ahead and look at your feet. Do you see space in between your feet, or did they get super tight with that? Put some space in between them. This is a solid sitting stance. So your feet are wide. You've got yourself balanced in your chair. Take those arms out. Call this airplane arms, right? Your arms are out like airplane wings. And now we're going to do circles. So big circles, holding those arms out. Up tall, sitting up tall. Open your fingers wide. So as you do this, you have big open fingers, straight elbows, and your entire arm is participating in this. Sit up tall. Good. Bring those hands back to your knees. We're going to go back through all those exercises again. Here we go with the kick. Kick one leg up and then the other. Kick and a kick. Kick and a kick. One side, then the other. One side, then the other. Keep it going. Find a rhythm that works for you. Five, four, three, two, and one. Sit up tall. Check your feet again. Do you have space between them? Shoulder rolls. Shrug those shoulders up. Back and let them down. Up and around. Up, back, down and around. Take a few deep breaths. Go ahead and one at a time, just take them forward. Circle alternating. Okay, good. Now to our heel taps. 1 foot at a time, sneaking the heel forward, tapping it down. Tap, 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 tap. Keep your posture up tall. Eyes are looking forward. Tap and tap. Try to lift your foot up to tap it out. Lift it to bring it back. If you find yourself sliding it either way, slow down, work to the lift. Work to the lift. Lift and tap, lift and tap. Do you still have space between your feet? Give them their own lane, if you will. That's important when we are walking and standing up to keep your base of support a little more wide. Let's go 3, 2, and 1. Good. Sit up tall, check your feet. Arms are out, nice and far, airplane wings. Circle them around. So go backwards. Take those palms up. Palms up, elbows straight, circling through at your shoulder. Your shoulder joint is the one that is working. Arms are staying long and extended, wide to the side. Torso staying up, taking in some good breaths. One more big circle. And bring those hands back to your knees. Give yourself a little wiggle. We have one more round here. So that was 2 rounds. Another round to go. Kicks. Kick it out. Kick it out. Kick and kick. Again, find your pace for this. It's a lift and a kick. Get that foot towards me. Kick it out. Kick it out. Keeping tall in your posture. Are you leaning back against the back of the chair? Can you sit up? And you give yourself that little extra effort to pull yourself up. Use a lot more of those muscles in your core, in that center, to keep that posture tall. Lift and kick, lift and kick. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Sit up tall. Check those feet. Shoulder rolls. Shrug them up, back, down, and around. Focus on your breathing here, sitting up tall. We'll go a few more. Those are your rolls. Let's do a few straight shrugs. You're going to shrug your shoulders straight up to your ears. Breathe in. Exhale, let those shoulders fall. Let's do a few more. Breathe in, pull them up. Exhale. Another one. Breathe in, pull them up. Exhale, let them fall. Good. Moving to the heel taps. One foot, take the heel out, pull those toes up, point them to the ceiling, bring them back. Toes up, heel down. Tap your heel, tap a heel. Lift, tap it down, lift it back. Tap it down, lift it back. It's on purpose. We're taking that heel out, tapping it down, bringing it back. Heel tap, bring it back. Heel tap, bring it back. We'll do a few more. On all of these exercises, as we run through, and we're doing maybe more than 10 repetitions as we continue, I want you to do your best to find a rhythm that works for you. We're looking for that rhythm. We're looking for that repetitive flow as you move through these motions. Tap, tap, and tap. We're done. Sit up tall, and we've got our airplane arms again. Your choice whether you want palms up or palms down. Focus on those circles. Circles through your shoulder joint. We'll go one more big circle. Okay, good. Shake those arms out. Nice. Grab a drink of water quickly if you want one. So that was our first round seated. We're going to now stand up. So as you stand, we're going to run through this first time really specifically. If you have a way that helps you to stand and sit, use that. If you're struggling a little bit, try some of the suggestions that I give. See if they work for you. If you do them today and they're a little easier but they're still not working, practice. That's how we get better. That's how we teach our body these new movements if they are new. So give yourself a chance to find a new way that works for you. If you're struggling, then go with it. So first things first, heels are back under you. We need to have your feet under you when you stand. If your heels are way out in front of you, the leverage is just not there to support under you. If I stood up from here and my feet are out there, I'm going to go backwards. So you're going to pull those heels under you. Next, look down and see that you have space between your feet. So this adds to our wide base of support. If we're standing here, it's like we're standing on the top of a needle, and the balance is less stable. Wide feet. Now, where's that nose? So when I said to look down at your feet to make sure you have room, you can feel your weight shifting. You want to have your nose in front of your toes. Nose in front of your toes. Now, what do you do with your arms? There's a couple things. If you use your walker, pulling on your walker does not help you stand. So we want to try to make sure you stand using your own muscle strength rather than pulling up on a person or on your walker or pulling up. We want to make sure you have your legs under you. So if you need to push off with your hands on your chair. Go ahead and move your hands there. You're going to take your nose forward. Then you have to push those feet into the floor. Push your feet into the floor. Lean forward. Use your hands to push back. Lift your hips. Lift that rear end off the chair. Then push to stand. Once you're here and you can feel your body, then you can reach for that walker for support, but we're still not pulling on it, okay? You are controlling your body around the walker. You're not pulling the walker and trying to make it work for you. You're working for the walker. So that's a way to do that. When you sit down, same idea, reaching back for that chair and lowering yourself on purpose, okay? So back to our exercises. Nose over toes. Hinge forward, use your legs, stand to tall. So everybody's standing right now. Your best stand. Holding onto your walker if you need it. Walking around holding onto the back of the chair if that's where you get your support. I am going to perform these without holding on so you can see me better, but follow through with the exercise holding on. We're just going to start with a sway. So the first thing with a sway is to make sure you still have that space between your legs. If not, adjust yourself and move those feet wide. So ideally, here's your hip bones. You want them just outside, your feet just outside those hip bones. Wide base of support. So from here, you're going to shift off to your right leg, and then your left. Side to side. And as you do this, the side you're swaying away from, you can feel the weight go light on that leg. You don't have to lift it up, but you'll feel your weight into the leg that you're swaying towards. So posture, how's your posture as you do this? I want you to notice the feeling. We don't need to look at our feet to know that we're swaying side to side. So keep that posture tall, eyes are forward, holding on where you need to with those hands, just shifting your weight from one leg to the other. Take a good breath. All right, come to your center. Again, holding on. We're going to do high knees. The first round, we're going to focus on one leg at a time. So move your feet maybe a little in, because we're going to shift and put your weight all on one leg. So this leg's light. One leg is supporting you. You still have hold of your walker or your chair. We're just going to take one knee. So I'm going to take my right knee. I'm going to lift and lower. 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to go to 10. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Shift to the other side. So now my right leg is supporting. My left knee is going to come up. I'm lifting that knee up and back down. Holding onto your walker or the chair. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Stand tall in your center. Give yourself soft knees. So feel that your knees are soft. We're still holding on. We're centered now. We're going to do mini squats. So for the mini squats, our eyes stay forward, our chest stays tall. We're going to do a mini squat, mini knee bend. Hips go back, up to tall. Down and up to tall. As you bend your knees, see if you can wiggle your toes. The weight should be towards your heels. And up. Keep going. Mini squats. Down, all the way up. Down. Straighten through those legs. Push your knees to straight. Bend your knees. Hips go back. Down and up. Keep going. I'm going to show you from the side. Hips go back and up to tall. Down and up. Down and up. Eyes stay forward. Chest stays tall. Last one. The last part of what we're doing is a little more challenging. Do what you can. If this is more than you can handle, just sit down. If you can, we're going to do sit to stand. We're going to do 3 of them. Again, if you do 1 or 2, or join me for the 3. So for the sit, you are safely sitting what works for you. Go ahead and back yourself up so you can feel the chair behind you. Look and make sure it's there, because you may have moved a little bit with our standing exercises. So feel the chair in the back of your legs. Now we're going to sit all the way down under control. So if you reach back to feel for that chair, bending those knees, I'm feeling my chair. Now I'm going to lower down slowly and safely. I'm all the way down. Do your best, stand back up. That was 1. Reach back, slowly lower, down, up for 2. And here we go for your 3rd one. Reaching down, I feel my chair. I'm lowering down safely and up for 3. Good. Now sit down because our next set is seated. So have a seat. Grab a drink of water if you want to. So that was our round that we're going to do standing today. Those exercises repeated just 1 time through, then we'll go back to the seated. So next up for your seated exercise, we've got knee hugs. So for the knee hugs, it's just what it sounds like. You're going to bring a knee up, but then you want to hug it as high as you can up to your chest and switch it. You got to start it with lifting it, hug it, bring it up. I'm going to show you from the side. Knee comes up, hug it in as high as you can, and down. Up, hug it in. Hug it in. Take your time, one then the other. Keep going. We'll go 1 more on each leg. Nice. Okay, sit up tall. Check your feet again. Do you have space between them? That's what we want. Bring your feet a little further away from the chair. So I want you on the front end of your chair. So again, we're not leaning against the back of your chair right now. We're going to work on our forward fold. So you're going to take your hands and you're going to reach down to the floor. Just stretch down as low as you feel comfortable. Okay. Then we're going to sit up tall. Use your belly button to spine. Tighten those muscles. Sit up tall. Reach up to the ceiling. Bring those arms back down. Stretch down, reach down. Curve your spine. And up to tall. Open those fingers. Stretch back down. Sit up. Reach up. Down. And up. Down. And up. Down. And up. Let's go 1 more. Down. And up. Nice. Next we have our step outs. So for this one, we are going to start with your feet tight together. Bring those feet in tight. Now step outs 1 leg at a time. You're going to step up and out and back in. And then the other one, up and out and back in. Up and out and in. Up and out, back in. Now check your feet. Are you sliding it out and sliding it back in? Or are you lifting up and out? That's what we're looking for. If you cannot tell, you can go ahead and take a little barrier and put it on the outside of your feet so you can step up and over. Keep going with the up and out and back and in, up and out and back and in. Keep going, up and out, back and in, up and out, back and in, up and out, back and in, up and out, back and in. I'm going to show you. I have 2 weights. I'm going to put them on either side of my feet. So when I step out, I will feel if I'm not lifting up and over and back and in, up and over, back and in. So you can set yourself, you can use anything. You can use a dish towel, you can use a washcloth and just lay it out long on either side of your feet, just to give you a little feedback of going up and out, back and in. You can use water bottles on their side, anything you want. Just 2 barriers on either side. Okay, good. Next up, we've got wide rows. So for this one, fingertips together. Extend those arms to straight. Okay, extend your arms to straight. Now, take them apart, 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 as far as you can. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. And then back in front of you. Out wide, 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 wide. Take a deep breath in. Squeeze your shoulder blades. And back together. Wide to the side. Squeeze. Back together. I'm going to show you from the side with one arm. Wide to the side. Squeeze your shoulder blades. Back together. I don't have quite enough room to go with both arms. That's why I'm not showing you both. But we're reaching back, even with your side. And if you can go further, go further. Back together in the front. A few more. Wide to the side. Squeeze those shoulder blades. And back to the center. This could be like you're sneaking through a curtain. Open up that chest. Chin up. Looking straight ahead. Squeeze your shoulder blades. Come back together. Let's go 2 more. Exhale forward. Inhale back. Inhale. And breathe it out. Rest those arms. Good. That was 1 round. Here we go. Round 2. Back to the knee hugs. 1 knee coming up. And switch it out. Alternate sides. Do your best motion. If you feel like you have a little bit more range of motion and you can bring that leg up a little more, you can grip under your knee to pull your thigh up a little closer. Whatever works for you. Keep going. Keep going. Using all the muscles in your body. Keeping you moving safely. Touching all those points. Greasing those joints, as I say. A few more. Very nice. Put those feet down. Wide feet. Sit up nice and tall. We're going to do our floor to ceiling reach. Fingertips down. Down towards the floor. Stretch your back. Round those shoulders. Go as far as you feel comfortable. And up to the ceiling. Stretch. Reach down. And up to the ceiling. Stretch and reach down. Up to the ceiling. Stretch and reach down. Up to the ceiling. We'll go 2 more. Stretch and reach down. And again, if my pace is not working for you, do your own. It's your quality of movement, not my quantity. Okay. We're moving now to the step outs. So for this one, bring those feet together. Again, if you want to put a barrier on either side of your feet, you can do that. You can use your water bottle that you have sitting right there. Lift up and over. And back to center. Up and over. And back to to center. Sitting up tall. So really try to lift the thigh and open at the hip. Lift the thigh and open at the hip. Because you can get there by just using the lower leg, but it's not as much movement. So I want you to get the most movement you can while sitting here. So this is one of the reasons why I like when you're sitting to have a chair that doesn't have sides, because you won't be able to open up that leg quite as wide and see how far you can do that. So if you'll notice, we've used this exercise before. This is a really good exercise for getting in and out of the car, right? When you have to lift your foot up and out of the door jamb, bring it back in. Functional movements. And one more. Okay, good. Sitting up tall, doing our wide rows again. Fingertips together. Press those arms away from you, out in front of you. Now take them wide to the side, lift your chest high, keep them going back as far as you can. Squeeze those shoulder blades, bring them back forward at your own pace. Every time you go back, I want that extra squeeze. And when you reach together, make sure those fingertips all touch. Open it out and bring it back. Quality, that big opening, your arms are open, you're taking up all of your space. And one more, open up. Good. Bring those arms down, back to knee hugs. This is our third round. Hug up a knee, hug up a knee. Moving my barriers that I step over out wide to the side so that when my feet come down, I've got my space between my feet. Even seated, it's important to practice that. And if you find yourself with your feet together often, like when you come down and your feet are right next to each other or on top of each other, see if you can put that barrier between your feet and then keep your foot on its own side. For this exercise, that's what we're focusing on. Some space in between those feet. Lift and back down. Lift and back down. We'll go two more. Okay, good. Now, keeping those feet wide, we're going to do our reach to the floor. So feet wide, sitting up tall. Take those hands to your center. Stretch them down to the floor. Shoulders, stretch down. As you touch down, you'll feel your weight shifting into your feet a little bit because you're coming forward and then back up. This is the same principle as nose over toes, right? We're coming forward. If I was to take my nose a little further, I could come into a stand, right? A little further, oh, now I can stand up. So this is a good beginning for that stand. If you have trouble standing, this lean forward is really important to help shift your weight so you can stand strong. Down to the floor, stretch up to the ceiling. Down to the floor, and stretch it up. Down to the floor. How are those fingers doing? Are we opening them? Open those fingers. Down to the floor. And open up tall. Down to the floor. And open tall. One more. Floor. And up to tall. Good. Step outs. So I'm going to put the weights back on the side, my little barrier. I'm going to sit up tall. And I'm going to take one foot out, bring it back in, the other foot out. If you want to add your arms to this, Step out, reach out. Step out, reach out. It's up to you. Little more movement, always taking up all of our space. Up and out. Sitting up tall. Eyes are forward. Pace yourself. Where is your best movement? Back with that quality. Nice, clean, crisp movements. A few more. And last one. Okay, good. Now we're going to do those wide rows. I'm going to move my barriers, feet wide. I'm going to take my fingers together, extend those elbows, and then wide to the side, stretch them back, together. Wide to the side, together. How's your range of motion? Breathing in here, and exhale forward. We're halfway through. 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. All the way forward. Good. Rest those arms. Give yourself a little wiggle. Shake out those hands. We're going back to our standing exercises. So have your walker ready if you need it. Wide feet, we're going to stand tall. Use your hands if you need to. Hinge forward, press through those legs. Do your best stand to tall. If you need to go walk behind your chair, go ahead and do that. Or holding onto your walker. We're going to start with that sway again. So when you get into position, you feel stable. Check to make sure your feet have some distance between them. And we're just swaying side to side, side to side. If you feel comfortable, you can sway a little further and actually lift your outside leg. What feels comfortable to you? But the goal of this sway is to shift all of your weight side to side. And as you do this, you still want to have some space in between those feet. So this would be a good time to just give yourself a little reminder. If you have problems with this, you can move that weight, that barrier, to right in between your feet. Push this one out to the side. So I'm going to straddle this barrier. So that'll be a reminder for you. If you're swaying and you feel the instep of your feet touching that barrier, you know you want to come a little more wide. So keep that sway with wide feet. There we go. Okay, we're moving to our high knees. Again, you can keep that barrier there, and that's how we know it stays in its own lane. So hold on to your walker if you need to, back of the chair. Shift your weight, you're going to lift and put that foot back down. Lift the knee. Focus on the knee coming up rather than just lifting the foot. It's the whole leg we're working. Up and back down. Up and back down. Keep it going. Nice. Shift your weight. Other side. Lift and back down. Lift and back down. So as I'm doing this, and you may feel this too, your support leg is really doing all the work of maintaining your balance. The leg that you're lifting the knee, you're just focusing on that lift. When you take it down, it's just kind of a tap. So we're not shifting your weight onto that leg you're lifting every time. Trying to make it really soft and subtle. Go 2 more. Focusing on the knee coming up. Good. Nice and tall in your center. Now we're going to do those mini squats. So as you do this, feet are again wide. We're focused, soft knees, up tall. Little bend in those knees, hips go back. Can you wiggle your toes? Squat down and back up. Squat down and back up. Nice and easy. Control your pace. See what works for you. Weight to your heels. So you should really feel your heels digging in right here. If you're feeling your heels dig in and your weight is coming back, okay, so if you feel like you're losing your balance every time coming back, stick that rear end back. That's your counterbalance. That's going to keep your body and your center of gravity right over those ankles if you stick your heels out and up tall. Hips back, up to tall. Hips back, up to tall. One more. Excellent. Center yourself in front of your chair. Feel your legs touching the chair. We're going to do our 3 sit to stands, if that works for you. If just a sit works and you're ready for the next seated exercises, go ahead and do that, or as many as you can, but we're going to do 3 of them. Sit down safely and slowly, and back up for 1. Again, sit down, up for 2, and sit down, and up for 3. Good. Okay, have a seat. Again, slowly. So here we're going to go to our 3rd set of seated exercises. We're going to start with a leg lift. So for this one, you do get to sit back a little further. So for this one, you can use the back of your chair. Extend that leg, one leg, it doesn't matter which one, straight out. So as you do this, that leg is straight out. Now you're going to try to lift your leg off that chair. So it's a lot of work in your thigh. So keeping the leg straight, we're going to lift and lift. Keep going. Lift. Try to get space under the thigh. Your knee stays straight. There's a difference between just extending. I'll show you sideways. There's a difference between just extending and lifting the whole leg. It's a lot harder to lift the leg. I know that. Keep going. We'll go 3, 2, and 1. Feel this in the top of that leg. That's what we're going for. Other leg. So extend it out and straighten through that knee. Point your toes to the ceiling. Lift the whole leg. Up. 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 Keep going. We'll go 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Okay, wide feet. Move yourself forward in your chair a bit. We're going to do a side bend. Arms are going to be wide to the side. We're going to take one arm. As you do this, try to keep your arms fixed, right? So my arms are fixed here. You're going to tilt down. Reach your hand towards the floor. Come up to tall and go the other way. Fingertips go towards the floor. Up to tall. Take this slowly. Side. So as you bend over and come up, you're going to have to use these muscles in your stomach, to help pull yourself up to center. Side, bend, up to strong. Side, reach, 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 up to strong. Good. Come to your middle. Nice work on those. So we're getting some of that lateral side rotation, bending. Okay, next up we've got our cross crawls. We're going to stay seated as we do this. I'm going to take those arms out wide. I'm going to touch your hand. Here's your choice to the opposite knee. Open it up. So everybody start here with me and start at this pace. Open to big. After every single one, taking those arms back out. Hand goes to opposite knee and up. This is important. If this is your level, stay here. If you want to go a little bit harder, reach further to your foot. We're still finishing each with an up tall, taking up your space. But there's a little more movement to reach to that foot. This is easy. Go to the next level. So we're going to take our elbow to the opposite knee. There's a little more crunch, abdominal work in this one. A little more rotation. Still finishing to big and wide. Take up your space. One more. Good. Let those arms come down. Curls are next. In your hands, open them up wide to the side, kind of at 45 degrees. Bring those hands up towards your shoulders and open. Up and open. So fingertips touch your shoulders, and then you straighten through those elbows. Straighten those elbows. Touch, straighten, straighten. Keep going. Nice work. Okay, leg lifts again. You can scoot back in that chair a bit. Were you already back in your chair? Let's address that this next round. So right now you can be leaning back, 1 foot forward, flex that foot so your toes are pointed up, and lift that leg. We'll go 10, 9, 8, 7, work hard, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You'll notice it's slow, so it's a lift, not just a kick. You're not just using momentum, you're using those muscles. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You can do it. 9, and 10. Good. Our side bends. Moving forward in your chair a bit. Feet are wide. Airplane arms. Side bend and reach to the floor. Belly button is fine. Come up strong. Side bend. And stretch to the floor. You don't have to touch it if that doesn't work for you. Side and stretch. Up to center. Side and stretch. Up to center. Side and stretch to center. Side, stretch, center, side, stretch, center. Few more. Stretch, center, side, stretch, center. One more. Side, stretch, center. Nice. Okay, cross crawls, your level. Arms are out, hand to opposite knee, if that's what works for you. Hand to opposite foot. You want to go a little further. Are you sitting up tall? Or elbow to opposite knee. Still reaching out every time. Keep going. all of these different movements to hit your entire body and work through and warm up all these muscles and give them a little bit of work today, because these are the muscles that support you throughout your day, throughout your night, all the time. So we're giving them some attention. Working in opposition with that coordination. Let's go 3, 2, 1. Good. Hands down. Now we are left with our curls. So arms are straight, 45 degrees. Are you sitting up tall? Sit up tall in your chair. Take those fingers to your shoulders and open the elbows. Up, open. Good. Try to get straight elbows every time. Sit up nice and tall, chest is tall, eyes are looking forward. Good work. Let's go 3, 2, 1. Okay, one more round. One more round through these seated exercises, and we are getting close to the end of this workout. So nice work, finish strong. Take one leg forward. We're doing our straight leg lifts again. Lift and lower. 2, 3, you can lean back. 4, 5, make that thigh work. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Switch it out, other leg forward, extend that knee, make that knee nice and straight. Toes up to the ceiling, lift. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Sit up tall. Scoot forward in your chair. Wide feet for a good base of support. Arms out. We have our side bent and stretch down. Up to tall. Other way. And up to tall. Check yourself in between each repetition. Up to tall. Arms are making a nice T. Up to tall. We'll go a few more down. Stretch it up. Let's go 4 more. 4, up to tall. 3, 2, up to tall. Last one, up to tall. Good. Cross crawls. Your cross crawls. We're going for 1 minute. Arms out and go. Hand to opposite limb. Or elbow to opposite limb. What works for you? Where is your challenge going to come from? Lift that knee up. Keep going. Where are your eyes looking? Can you focus on looking around your room in a big circle? Can you do that at the same time that you're doing these cross crawls? It adds an element of difficulty. Keep coming wide with those arms. Finish your movement. But now we're getting your eyes doing different patterns as well. All this information going into your brain in a different way. Just challenging you in the brain. Okay, sit up tall. Nice work on that. We're going to finish here with our curls. Arms are out. Sit up tall. Fingers to shoulders and open. Let's go 3, 2, and 1. Good. Nice work. Grab a drink of water. So that is all for our seated exercises today. We are going to finish with a stand to sit. So if standing to sitting is difficult for you, I want you to work on the time that we spend on this. Do as many as you can. We're going to finish with 10 count from me. Again, your pace, do what you can to safely stand up and safely sit down. That's the goal in this. We want to move with precision and balance, slowly, whatever your body can handle. So we are going to do a stand. Get those feet ready. We're going to count them out. I'm going to count when we're up. So here we go. Hinge forward, nose over toes. You can use your hands to reach up for 1. Slowly down, reach for your chair if that works for you. Sit carefully. Up for 2. What works for you for sitting carefully? Up for 3. Forward, up. 4. Reach. Use those legs. 5. The arms can work as a counterbalance. When you're going down too, focus on those hips going back slowly. Before you know it, you'll feel the chair. Forward. 7. 8. Slowly. 9. Nice work. We are almost there. Forward and up. 10. Sit down slowly. Give those legs a little march, a little wiggle. All right. Excellent job today. You made it through again. Take a deep breath in through your nose. And exhale. Let's take those arms together, breathing in. Open up, take all your space, open those lungs. Hands up, breathe them out. Exhale down. Focus on that exhale, get all that air out. And a big deep breath in, breathing in. And out. This time at the top, we're going to keep those hands together, breathing in. Hands glued, exhale them down through your center. You know where we're going with this. Focus right here. Take those hands to your center, nice and strong. Feeling the energy pulse through that body of yours. Thanks for joining. I am super glad you're here every time, and I will see you here next time. All right. Have a great day. Bye.